So, it is the big one. It's the Steel City Derby. Sheffield Wednesday at home. Let's see if we can get 3 points going into this international break. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you know when videos go live. We will be doing a debrief on Monday night, and you'll have manager thoughts on Monday as well. During the day as well, there'll be the videos for starting the week and live stream. But Sheffield Wednesday are playing our neighbours, Sheffield United. They could be the last time in a long time that we play them, in maybe a season, maybe two. You never know. Depends on how they do. If they can go up automatically, kind of thing. So it's still not crystal clear with that. But we got a game ourselves that we need to get on with. We've hit that 50-point mark. We've hit that magical total that we wanted to hit. And Danny said we could play with a bit of freedom after that. And what a game to potentially go and play with a bit of freedom. Now, this is your lineup for today. It's Beadle, Iorfa, Whitway, Matt Lowe, Hattersay, Shay Charles, Patterson, Bannon, Gassama, Windass, and Michael Smith lead the line. The bench is Pierce Charles, Palmer, Valentine, Johnson, Chalabi, Ingleson, Kabachi, Masaba, and Jamal Lowe. Like that, no room for Ubbo. United go with Cooper, Brewster, Hammer, Barrels. I can never say his name, so I'm not going to bother. Robinson, Brendan Diaz, Campbell, Shoudy, Shirky, Peck, David McCallum, Holding, Moore, O'Hare, Ratsaki, Batista, Cannon and Brooks are all on the bench. Now, for them, the big thing is that Cannon is back. He's been out for a while, so they'll be wanting him to come maybe off the bench and do something for them. But if we can keep them quiet, it'll be good for to do so. The thing is, they are very much a team. Get one goal ahead and they shut up shop. They really just shut everything down and make it very difficult. So we've got to make sure that doesn't happen. We're going to have to be defensively strong today, something that we are potentially not the best at. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully, Sheffield Wednesday come away from this with all 3 points, which will be absolutely fantastic. But it's a derby game. Anything can happen on the day, and it'll be interesting to see what Wednesday do and how we play and how we go into it. But hopefully we have the same kind of resolve we've had over the last 2 away legs and come out of it stronger. Just hope it's not coming from behind again. But if that does happen, we do have that spirit and that drive to do that if need be. So let's see. Let's see if we can get all 3 points today. As first half goes, I don't think that was a bad half at all. I really don't. We started really well for the first 10-15 minutes. Attacking really well, getting forward, trying to get at them, trying to cause the pressure. Had a lot of corners, didn't really do much with them. A couple went over the bar. Excellent header by Michael Smith. But I've got to say, it was a superb save by Cooper to deny him. And we were looking really good for 10-15 minutes. Then they started to slowly get into the game, started to pick up a bit more of the ball. We lost the ball a little bit too much. And you're thinking they're getting into this, they're being careful. Campbell's had a couple of chances. Diaz has had a couple of chances. We've only really had the Michael Smith chance, a little bit of a Windass shot, and that's about it. Beatles had to make some save, but nothing too serious. But we have had to be careful because when they have got forward, they really got us straight down the middle. And that's the bit that's kind of really getting me. They're either getting us straight down the middle and just being able to break the offside trap, or they're being able to get down the left-hand side really well. And we're very narrow, so it's leaving them a lot of spaces. So we're having to be really careful with what we do. But the only problem I would say that we had in this was at near the end of the game. Matt Lowe went down injured, kicked the ball out himself, knew something wasn't right. So Paul Valentine on, Matt Lowe off, which is a shame. But thankfully we having a international break, that should help it a little bit. But we're playing okay, played some good stuff. It's been touchy at the time and it had boiled over. There was an incident with Pato and Diaz. Pato kicked the ball at Diaz and then it all got handbags at 12. But at half time, I think 0-0 is a good point so far for each side in terms of how we played. I think Sheffield United may have just edged it a little bit in the last little bits of the game, but we've been able to keep ourselves in it. But we need to get attacking more. Gassama's hardly had a touch this game. He's hardly been in the game at all or ran at home. And that's something we do really well at. So we need to look at that because there have been times where it's just been a bit poor. But at the end of the day, it's 0-0 at the moment. So far, so good, I'd say. Let's see what happens in the second half. Well, what do you say about that second half, really? We've turned up a little bit, tried to get a bit of pressure going, tried to push it forward and look a little bit like we were going to get somewhere. But, again, it's very, very similar to that first game we played against them. One chance is all they properly needed. And it was bad defending by us, again, for them to get the goal. Just really bad. Beadle needed to be a little bit stronger. He will get some flack, I know, for this in the comments and from a lot of the fans. But the defence needs to be a lot better in front of him and not let him get into those positions. You're just thinking, can we just try and get something? I don't think we were bad at all in this game. They do go 1-0 up. And it is Brewster, who hasn't scored many since he's been at United. And he gets it. And he loves that because of the whole thing that happened before with Bannon and him when we got promoted. And they'll dine off this now. He'll properly dine off this. And mate subs though, Pato, Charles and have to say go off. Chalobah, Ingleson and Johnson come on. Johnson makes some really good work, really good chance by him to try and get a goal. It's really good save by Cooper. We also bring Gassama off and Masaba on. And he tried to get the ball forward, but nothing was clinical. Nothing was ever looking like we were going to have a clear-cut chance. And when we did, Cooper just got him out of trouble so many times. And that's the difference between having that kind of keeper as well, who can get you out of trouble when need be and get you into those positions. Sheffield United go on and get the win. They get the win. Were they convincing winners? Probably not. I think they could have done a little bit more. But they got the win. And that's all that mattered for them. They've done the double for the first time in 19 years. They're probably going to end up either getting promoted second or having to do playoffs. It all depends on how they go. But at the end of the day, the quality they got was a little bit more than ours. And it just shows we're a team in transition. We're a transitional team, and it's one of those things, you have this. But when it came to it, I thought the crowd didn't make it feel like a derby. It was really quiet and flat a lot. And that didn't help. And it's just really annoying because we had a chance to go into it, especially with us having 1-2 back-to-back away games. You thought it would have really helped us going forward, but it didn't really. There was a bit of a situation, a tackle on Gassama, and Gassama gets kicked in the stomach. Maybe it should have been another yellow, but at the end of the day, it wasn't given. It happened. I thought the referee kept it flowing as best he could, but it did get a bit stop, start. But at the same time, at the end of the day, 1-0 win is how they do. They are very good at getting 1-0 wins. They'll enjoy that. We're probably going to see another Chris Wilder video about Danny or whoever else. It's probably going to happen. But at the end of the day, I think you can say the playoff dream is probably it now. I said for a while that I don't think we're there for playoffs anyway. If we got it, then great, but I don't think it is. At the end of the day, we've managed to get 2 back-to-back away wins and lose the big derby twice this season and just not got those 3 points for some. So we move on. We have an international break, try and get some players back, and we go from there. But at the end of the day, we've lost the derby again.